the most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Turn 3 Racing Network. As tonight we're here with OP Racing Grand National Series as they bring you the championship for the final race of this very long 24 race season. It has come down to 4 drivers, and we have 3 of the 4 up here to talk to tonight. So let's get right into it, and let's fire this one off by talking to the first championship contender on our list, and that is the 98 of Dawson Wise. Dawson, congratulations, man. Nice job.
I appreciate it, KR, and it's good to be here. It's gonna be a fun night. My first go at one of these.
Your first go around, and here you are in the championship 4. But the good news is you've had a stellar season, so it's not like you've lucked your way into it.
No, it's been a great season. Honestly, a little bit unexpected going into the season. I kind of, first of all, figured I wouldn't even be racing. About 3 races in, I got convinced to race, and it's been a lot of fun. Picked up steam right going into the playoffs, and I've just hit a huge tear. And that's all credit to my teammates. Seriously, I work with a great group on Wednesday nights. It really is an incredible group, and I can't wait to have them with me tonight. They've gotten me here, and I trust they'll be with me as well tonight. Glad to get a couple of wins this season, but obviously tonight means a little bit more. So looking forward to trying to cap it off.
All right, man. Well, good luck to you in the rest of the race, or in this race. But now we gotta talk to the rest of the guys, so we'll let you get back to practice, man.
Appreciate it, Kara.
All right, there you have it. Our first championship contender, Dawson Wise, but he's not the only one we're gonna sit here and talk to. The other one, that is Gabe Butler in the 88. Gabe, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good, KR. How about yourself, man?
Oh, not too bad, not too bad. This 88 is going to probably be another bad, fast race car for you. What do you have to say for yourself in this championship run you're about to take on?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah? It can happen.
It can happen, but now we'll give it a shot. You know, Del Cup's going to be tough to beat, but, you know, we'll do what we can and try and stay in it till the end, and hopefully we'll be there, and maybe we'll eke out a win. We'll see what happens.
All right. Well, this 88. Any nickels or quarters that you got underneath the paint scheme?
I don't think so, man. You know, yeah, you just have to sometimes put on the blindfold and give it hell. See what happens.
All right. Well, good luck in this one. Anybody you have to thank for this outstanding season?
Just OP for putting this on and taking a chance on the next gen a little bit there. It's a fun car. It's a tricky one to learn, but you know, once you get it, you'll like it. And of course, yourself up in the booth, you always do a great broadcast. And of course, my teammates throughout the year, Eric and the rest of the crew that come in with us from time to time, and want to wish the other drivers in the championship there the best of luck, and may the best man win, as they say.
All right, bud. Well, good luck to you, and yeah, may the best man win.
All right, thanks, fellas.
That's the 88 of Gabe Butler. But now we move on to our final person that we are going to get to talk to in this pre-race show, and that is the driver of the 6, Kody Neagles. Kody, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing pretty good. I'll be doing a little bit better here in just a few minutes when we can start qualifying and set the grid.
Well, it looks like your fellow competitors are trying to get some digs in on you while you're at a reasonable speed for them to hit you.
And hopefully that's the only time that they brush my car in this race. But these next gens, man, they're a little bit tricky, as Gabe was saying. You know, sometimes I think we can see the trucks and the B car kind of parking lot a little bit. And the next gens, man, you can kind of control your own fate a little bit. And, you know, if you do get caught up in a little scuffle on the track, it seems like you can gain the track position just as fast as you can lose it, which is a plus. You know, as I look at the final four competitors, you know, Dawson, I just love running with him, so I think it's awesome having a teammate. Gabe, I've had the pleasure of running with Gabe more than once, and he is a fantastic human being, and he is a freaking amazing driver on the track. I have tried to model a lot of what I do after Gabe and everything that he's accomplished. He's one of the best out here. And Anthony, I mean, he's obviously one of the longest tenured members of OP, and he is a very deserving champion as well. So I wish my competitors the best of luck in the race. I hope we have a good one. I know it's a fairly small field, but hopefully we can keep it clean, and hopefully at the end of it, hopefully I can be the one that's crowned, but time will tell.
All right, man. Well, time will tell, and gotta get through qualifying first, and then about 70 laps of a race.
Oh yeah, 100%. Just gotta stay calm, stay consistent, run a predictable line, and put yourself in a spot to win.
All right, well, there you go, man. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you need to add before we let you go?
Thank you for your continued support and broadcasting of the league, all the admins for what they do behind the scenes. Big shout out to everyone at Dale Cup for making this all possible, and shout out to all my friends and family watching.
All right, there you have it. That is the 6 of Kody Neagles, one of our championship contenders, as they get ready for qualifying. That will switch over here in just a second, but we can take a quick look at our practice times. 14 drivers have turned a lap in practice. We do have quite a few more drivers in this session. Looks like we got 18 drivers who have signed up to race tonight. So as we have our final 15 seconds here in practice, qualifying going to be the first step into setting the tone for your race. And let me see if I can get a word in with our final championship contender. Anthony, you got your ears on, bud?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Mr. English, how you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
All right, well, one of our championship 4 contenders here. You got a moment to talk to us?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're the 4th one we get to talk to, and that'll round it out, so I don't want to keep you for too long, but we'll try and make this quick. So congratulations on making it into the championship 4, man. What do you got to say about this season so far that you've had?
Oh, man, it's been a long season. Not really the best, but consistent enough to, keep the points rolling and being able to stay up here, and even in the playoffs, still doing about the same. I think I only got like one win this season and no stage wins, so it's been strictly off mostly points. So just do what I can, and now it's put up or shut up time.
Well, it is going to be quite the battle between the 4 of you. You all have had outstanding seasons, whether as you said, you maybe don't have that win, but still making it this deep.
Yeah, this is a really good group we got here. I mean, Kody, Dawson, and especially Gabe. Gabe's probably one of the best out there. So beating him alone would be a feat. And when it comes to the other two, Cody's been pretty hot lately, so beating him is going to be a feat. And then Dawson's been pretty strong on Wednesdays, so we'll see. We'll just see how it goes, man. Just going to have to try to, plug away at it, be there at the end, which is what I feel is key tonight, is make sure I'm there in a good spot. Maybe not necessarily leading, but just somewhere within striking distance, and then just try to do what I got to do, and maybe try to hopefully beat these guys.
All right, man. Well, we're getting close on time, so we better let you go. Shout outs, thank yous, anything else you need to add before we do?
Oh yeah, you guys up at the booth. Anybody that I ran with this season in team channels, I know pop all over the place. So anybody I've ran with that's helped me throughout this season, much appreciated. Much love. Hope to have more of that love tonight, you know, and then the families and friends who are watching, and my beautiful girlfriend, like always. So,
All right, there you go, man. Well, congratulations. We hope you have a great race.
thank you, KR.
All right, that is Anthony English, our fourth and final championship driver that we got to talk to as he rolls out for qualifying. Hopefully, he's able to get a lap in. As he begins to get up to speed. And he shuts it down just like that. Right now, Gabe Butler, Kody Neagles, Dawson Wise, they are all inside the top 5 in qualifying. Peter DeBorgia just takes over the top spot with a 53.17. Zach Fritsch in third. Andy Brigante right now 7th. Robert Morrison 8th. And Nate Warren, our 9th driver to take a qualifying time. Yeah, get rid of that. That's not supposed to be there. Good grief. Ooh, that looks violent. As qualifying continues, we're down into the final minute 20. With that being said, guys, we are going to take a quick moment to step away for the national anthem. We'll be back with tonight's starting lineup.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the OP Racing Grand National Series Championship 4 night. It is the final race of this 24 race season. It has been a long time coming, and at the end of this one, there will be a champion. How about that, folks? I don't know about you, but 24 races, long season. And to be one of these 4 championship drivers means you had to go through quite a lot to duke it out. So let's get right into our starting lineup for tonight's race. On the inside of row number 1, that is the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. To his outside, our first championship contender, the 88 of Gabe Butler. Row number 2 going to be Zach Fritsch in the 12 and Austin Green in the 87. Row 3, the 6 of Kody Neagles, our second championship contender, and Eric Laurie in the 071. Dawson Wise in the 98, our third contender, and Pancho Villa in the 14 on the outside of row number 4. Row 5, our final championship contender, so they're all inside the top 10. That is the 44 of Anthony English, with Andy Regante to his outside. Row 6, Robert Morrison in the 916 and Nate Warren in the 2. Row number 7, the 23 of Sebastian Marin and Ryan Decker. Row 8, the 53 of Dave Hunt and Steve Grossi. Richard Sanchez in the 510 and the 77 of David Booth make up the last full row, and then the 84 of Lynn McNeese, our final competitor, to start the race tonight. So as the field makes its way calmly down the back stretch, it is going to be a heck of a race. Let's go ahead and go through our race info. As I said, this is the final race. And if you are one of the championship 4, all you have to do is beat the other 3 championship contenders. You don't have to win the race. The highest finishing championship 4 driver gets to wear the crown. So with that being said, just kind of run your race. You don't have to go out there and lead every lap and win every single battle, but you do need to make sure that you win the correct battle, and that is the final lap battle. There is a stage at halfway, and one fast repair is an option to be had. With that being said, our field slowly making its way through the tri-oval. Peter DeBorgia, Gabe Butler in front of this field. As a green flag is out, we are underway for the first time here tonight. Into turn number 1, the 40 has the advantage on the bottom side, but the 88 is starting to build some momentum. Gabe Butler now has the clear advantage down the back stretch, and already we got one car trying to make something happen in the third lane. That is the 13 of Andy Regante. Austin Green in the 87 dropped down to the inside. As the 40 of Peter DeBorgia is already down below the apron. Looks like he is dropping to the tail here. And our first lap is in the books. Gabe Butler in the 88, staking his claim early. Down the back stretch, the 88 of Gabe Butler has a teammate, 071 of Eric Laurie, right behind him. And teammate, as we've talked about quite a bit, is a loose term here on Wednesday nights. There are no assigned teams. Everyone can just kind of meander into any room they want to and say, hey, we're roommates now. High side proving to be a dominant lane once again in this next gen car, as Andy Regante had some momentum in the middle lane but is quickly fading away. Peter DeBorgia in the 40 making a move. He drops all the way down to the inside. Austin Green in that 87, who at one point dove down the inside to challenge for the race lead, now has fallen back into 11th place. That 3-car group, that's the 40, the 87, and the 2. That 2 of Nate Ward. They got to try and build up some energy. It's possible, but it takes a lot of work. And that is why that inside lane doesn't seem to be the favorite lane in the early stages of a race. So the 40 back to the front. Peter DeBorgia used that inside line and some good pushing from the 87. And now Austin Green has the race lead. Is he going to move up the track? He sure does. The 2 of Nate Warren. Nate Warren has some pressure to his outside as the 13. Andy Brigante trying to work his way to the race lead. Fastest lap of the race going to the 23 is Sebastian Marin. 49.37. This is going to drop all throughout the night. We'll try and keep track of that as it goes through. Each new time we'll get a fast lap. There are our Championship 4 contenders. That is made in no particular order. We'll leave that up for quite a bit here tonight so you can understand who they are, but in case you got lost, they are also highlighted in blue across the ticker. And Lynn McNeese now has the new fast lap, turning a 49.20. If you're wondering how we got our Championship 4, well, we started with 16 drivers all the way back in race 16 on September 20th. And from those 16, we whittled it down to 12, then down to 8. Now we have our Championship 4 there in this race. Dawson Wise, Kody Neagles picking up wins. I'm sorry, Dawson Wise picked up a win in the Championship 8 battle. Kody Neagles in a Championship 12. Butler in the 88. One of those drivers who was not able to pick up a win this season, along with Anthony English, but they have put together a solid effort. That is how they have ended up as a championship contender, despite not having a win. And the possibility exists that they could be a champion without even winning this race. We'll see if that happens as well. Anthony English in the 44 right now in the mix of things. Kind of in a fur ball right here. Up the middle lane. Steve Carosi, your race leader on that high side. Sebastian Marin in the 23. Austin Green, third car in the outside lane, the 87. Just ahead of the 88 of Gabe Butler, and then Dawson Wise in the 89. As Lynn McNeese goes even faster than last time, now he has a 48.99 as the new fast lap. These guys sure are making some big wiggles down these straightaway. Our entire pack is separated by 1.2 seconds. And man, do they really like to fan out and use all the racetrack that they can. Anthony English, after being in that fur ball, seems now that things have settled down a little bit. He's currently the line leader down on the bottom lane as he tries to work his way back forward and start mixing it up with the other championship contenders. Stage wins do not matter to our championship 4. The only thing that matters to them is they beat the other 3 drivers. So leading laps, going for a stage win, not high on their agenda, but if you're out front, it sure is a nice view to look at. A little bit better than staring at the back of a spoiler. 70 laps are scheduled distance. Our stage is at the completion of lap 35. And deep into this race, we will use 2 attempts at a green-white checkered if we need to. Hopefully not. We'll see. You never know. So as they mix it up a little bit more, that inside lane has a few more cars with it. Anthony English in the 44 now starts to creep into the top 5. And use that bottom lane to try and take over the top spot. Rosick has it, trying to pinch down to the inside a little bit there. And broke the momentum of the 44 for just a moment. Peter DeBorgia in the 40s, last car in this race. He is less than a second behind our race leader, so everybody within a second of each other. They are tightly grouped up, that's for sure. All the shuffling has shuffled Austin Green out just a little bit. Oh, and contact in the back. David Booth in the 77 going around right in front of the 6 of Kody Neagles. Booth in the 77 has a heavy impact. Zach Fritsch as well. And the yellow flag has come out for the first time tonight and almost collecting a championship driver. Eric Laurie, Zach Fritsch, contact off of turn 2. Lynn McNeese able to get through. Take a look from the nose of Kody Neagles. And boy, pucker factor for the 6 right there. So yellow flag is out. I do expect to see everyone on the pit road. We ran about 15 laps. Not quite have these fuel tanks on E, but they are close. As the 027 leads the field on the pit lane, Zach Fritsch has already been on and off a pit road. trying to get some of that damage worked out. Excuse me. And Steve Krosick missing his pit stall, along with Robert Morrison, Peter DeBorgia. They all drove through without making a pit stop. We'll see when they come down pit road, but our first car that did make a pit stop off of pit lane, that is the 44 of Anthony English. Kody Neagles, Dawson Wise further down the line. They're 11th and 12th. Gabe Butler in 6th. So Steve Forsek, Robert Morrison, and Peter DeBorgia will peel off for pit road. That will give the race lead to the 44 of English. With our first caution just about done, I am going to step away for a quick minute. No one going anywhere. We'll be right back.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as the field is starting to stack up side by side, 2 by 2, like the ants as they go marching. After the shuffling has happened of a few drivers coming back down pit road to top off their fuel tanks, Anthony English running nose to tail with Kody Neagles. And then the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 13 of Andy Regante on the inside. Everyone else behind them has come down pit road. So must serve a penalty of being in the longest line. Here we go. Pace cars down and away. The 53 and the 44 going to lead this field to the green flag once again. Our first caution is done and over with, and we get back into racing here in our first stage. Anthony English, Kody Neagles in that preferred line, pushing hard on each other right here. Kody has been the dominant car this season, picking up multiple wins. How many wins does he got? I'm looking at my notes trying to figure this out. And Kody has 5 wins so far this season. And he's hogged victory lane spotlight quite a bit. None of that matters though if he can't beat the other guys. It'll be a season that he can hang his hat on, knowing it was a good one, but not necessarily a championship winning season. And that is what these guys are going for. Speaking of Kody, he has survived all of our championship battles. He is the only driver left in OP top 3 series. This does not include the throwback because they're doing their own thing. The OP Super Speedway series. Kody Neagles has a shot to win the championship here on Wednesday night, next Saturday with the truck series. And then he's going to go for his 3rd and final attempt at a championship on Monday night with the Premier Series. So championship week is kicked off and it is going to be an exciting one for sure. The 6 of Kody Neagles, really, he's probably going to be mentally exhausted by the end of this championship week for him. Come Tuesday, he'll be needing a nap. Anthony English in the 44 right now, he just wants to win this race. He is out in front. Making it look easy right now. Sanchez in the 510, starting to make some noise down on the bottom lane. We have a newcomer here for the first time this season, Ryan Decker in the 852. Thanks for coming out, Ryan. Good to see you. Hopefully you have a good run for us here. We'll keep a close eye on you. New fast lap. This one turned by the 88 of Gabe Butler. A 48.856. Butler right now in kind of his own furball, as Sanchez is just ahead of him. 48.856. They are flat out flying around this Talladega Super Speedway. This next gen car really has turned into being quite the race generator. A lot of people complained about this next gen car the first time they rolled out in it here in the super speedways. And I gotta tell you, after a little bit, these guys have really figured it out, and I think is producing some of the better super speedway racing. I, for one, happy to see it. Hope it stays. As the 88 of Gabe Butler just flat out came from the back to the front, just like that. So now Gabe Butler is your line leader, and he's got two championship contenders right on his back bumper. Dawson Wise in the 98, a little bit further back. He currently is in 14th. Kevin Neagles, good to see you. Josh is here. How you doing, Josh? And Callie Shaka, glad to have you all stop by. As we work lap 23 Our stage will end at the completion of lap 35. Gabe Butler, Anthony English, Kody Neagles running 1, 2, and 3 in this outside lane. That bottom lane kind of builds some momentum and then it fizzles out. But we have seen it be used to take over the race lead. We do have 2 cars that are in danger of going a lap down here. That is the 071 of Eric Laurie and the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. As the yellow flag has come out once again, trouble with Richard Sanchez and Ryan Decker, and that saves Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia. Let's see if we can figure out what happened. They make their way off a 2. Looks like the 852 just gets up into the wall, coming off the corner exit, and collects the 510. Take another look here. Both drivers are able to pull away. And our second caution of the night coming out. I think we'll see everyone on the pit road this time. Once again, but not 100% sure. We'll have to see. I'm not sure how you play this. You can't make it on fuel from the last time you're on pit road. You for sure have to make a pit stop. Whether or not they want to is a different story. Eric Laurie, Peter DeBorgia, they do stay out. I think we'll see them come down pit road. As Anthony English wins the race off of pit road. I'm sorry, Robert Morrison stayed out in the 916. Oh, and Robert Morrison. Good grief. I'll spit it all out sooner or later. All right, so the 071 of Eric Laurie, when is he going to come down pit road? Eric Laurie, Peter DeBorgia, Robert Morrison. Not sure what they have in store for us, but we're going to find out. Lights should go out on the pace car this time around. Gonna be a great championship week for OP Racing. As I mentioned, tonight kicks it off, moves into Saturday and then Monday. Eric Laurie and Peter DeBorgia, who are in danger of going one lap down, they both have elected to stay out. And now they are the line leaders. Congratulations, boys. Butler in the 88 with an extended time on pit road there. Not sure what he had going on, but 33 seconds sitting in his pit stall. Maybe had a little bit of damage that we didn't see happen. Giving the car a good old once over before he goes back out there. So the lights are out on the pace car here in the final few laps of our opening stage. Eric Laurie, Peter DeBorgia on row number 1 for this restart. Row 2 will be the 44 of Anthony English and the 12 of Zach Fritsch. Row 3, the 53 of Dave Hunt and the 77 of David Booth. The field makes its way off of turn number 4. That pace car going to get out of the way, and we're going to let them go once again. 2 cautions so far here tonight. Going to have at least one more for the stage. Here we go. Eric Laurie in the 071. The 40 of Peter DeBorgia get rolling, and Anthony English giving a hard shot to that 071, saying, let's get rolling. I got a championship to win. English, second car on the bottom lane, but then Dawson Wise just outside the top 10. Kody Neagles 13th and Gabe Butler 17th. So right now, Anthony English not under a whole lot of pressure. Here comes the 53 of Dave Hunt, though, trying to take over the race lead, in a hard shot from the 40. Gonna send that 44 out to the race lead. So a big run from the 53 gets negated by some hard pushing from the 40 of Peter DeBorgia, and the 44 comes off a turn 4 with the race lead. Ooh, big wiggle. Gotta be careful. Don't push too hard. All right, guys, make sure you are cheering often for your favorite driver. Let me know who is going to win the championship tonight. And do you think the championship contender or a championship contender is the one that wins the race? As the 44 has that top spot. Stage win, not really important to the 44 or anyone else, really. It's the last race. Everyone's just out here for a good time, right? Ooh, it looks like maybe the 40 of Peter DeBorgia got in the wall a little bit. Sebastian Marin in the 23 now starting to surge ahead. Kevin Neagles be cheering up for Kody. I like it. I like it. So Sebastian Marin in the 23 now out in front. Things are changing very quickly here. That top lane really showing that that's where these guys want to hang out. And log laps, you use the bottom lane to try and make a pass, and then you slide up to the high side. Here comes the two of Nate Warren. Richard Sanchez jumping in the middle lane as well. Kody Neagles and Dawson Wise at the tail end of this field. And they're not wanting to mix it up here at the end of this stage. Not a bad call. You know the yellow flag's going to come out, so maybe drop to the back and let all the shenanigans go down and not have to worry about being caught up in it. And now Zach Fritsch in the 12 has the race lead. The inside line. Ooh, we got two into the wall. Slight brush. Oh, well, Nate Warren shoots down to the inside. Gonna try and blend back in. So Nate Warren blends in as the 23 and the 44 get some separation from the rest of the field. Barron's still out in front. It looks like Robert Morrison off the pace. I think he's going to be able to stay within contact of the field, but again, that caution flag going to come out in 2 laps regardless. As Sebastian Marin slides down to the inside, and now the 44 of Anthony English once again has the race lead. What a time to try and win a stage and a race and a championship. The 44 hasn't done any of those things this season. They might be able to do all 3 of them at once. So as the 23 once again has the race lead, this is really changing. We're going to get 1 to go for the stage. As Sebastian Marin riding that high side, we got 1 slicing down. That's Nate Warren in the 2. And they sure do like to ride that wall coming off the corner. Final lap here in the stage. Sebastian Marin in the 23. Out in front, Steve Krosik second, Anthony English third, and fourth, the 87 of Austin Green. They have separated themselves from the field a little bit. Got almost a half second back to the 12 of Zach Fritsch, but that is closing in very quickly. Vicente Guerrero in the 14, trying to make a run down on the inside. Here comes Austin Green in the 87. But at the line, it is going to be the 23 is Sebastian Marin. So Sebastian picks up another stage win. Actually, that is Sebastian Marin's first stage win this season. Yep, that is Sebastian Marin's first stage win of this season. I do not believe... Yeah, he has not ran a full schedule, but this is his 17th race of the season, so a little bit unusual for the 23 to wait till the last race of a season to do a stage win, but Here he is, finally got one. As the field gets collected by the pace car. Looks like everyone going to come down pit road. Once he's done with his pit stop, we'll get a quick word in with our stage winner. Or not. Because I do not see him anywhere. Yeah, we're not going to get to talk to him. That's fine. We didn't want to talk to you anyway, Sebastian. Congratulations on the stage win. Who needs to talk to this broadcaster, right? Good grief. Let's just pull up a random person and talk to them. Mr. Morrison, got your ears on?
I do.
Congratulations on being the lucky person that I decided to talk to.
Always welcome.
All right, well, this 916, is it 916, 916, 916? How am I supposed to say this 3-digit number?
I say 916. I usually run the 43, but in leagues it was starting to get taken, so I went with area code for the city I was born in, Sacramento.
Sacramento, like Sacramento, California?
Correct.
That's a long ways away from me. I'm
Currently
sure
in Oregon now. It's a little bit of ways from me now too.
Oh yeah. Well, all right, man. Tell us a little bit about your race. How's it going so far?
It's all right. I mean, I've stayed out to try to lead a lap every single caution, and always seems to be somebody ahead of me staying out also. So hopefully we'll get a lap led eventually.
Yeah, well, I can understand that. Gets a little when you're just trying to lead a lap, and so is everyone else that's in front of you. All right, man. So tell me a little bit here. We got a few fans cheering for you. What you got in store for them? You gonna light this second part of the race on fire and pick up a race win?
I'm hoping. I mean, I've only ran, and this is my 6th race, and 4 of the 5 races have been top 10s, so hopefully we can get a podium today. It will actually be my first OP podium if I can manage it.
All right, man. Well, we'll be cheering for you in that, and good luck in the rest of the race. Who do you have to give a shout out or a thank you to?
Just shouting out my sponsor, THG Designs. Always sponsoring all my cars usually. Great designer. And all the guys that run the league, always like OP. Always a good league.
All right, man. Well, there you go. Nice job, and good luck on winning this race.
Thank you. Hopefully I'll be talking to you later.
Absolutely. That is Robert Morrison, our random driver interview. Yeah, he just got picked up by random. Also, he was the closest one to me. Pure random. All right, lights are out on the pace car. We're going to stack them up again. Third caution of the night coming to a close. We'll begin our second half of this final race. Our championship 4, Anthony English in 5th. Gabe Butler 10th, 11th. Dawson Wise, Kody Neagles 14th. Here we go into the tri-oval as we get ready to fire them off. Dave Hunt in the 53, the lone car in the outside lane, is going to get a good jump, and I don't think you can do it that early, Dave. All right, we'll see how that gets scored. Dave Hunt moves back up to the outside. 5-10 of Sanchez down on the bottom. Nobody going with Sanchez, so everyone started on the bottom lane and now they've all moved up to the high side. Dawson Wise in the 98, dropping down to the bottom. He's got Vicente Guerrero going with him. They're starting to make some momentum on the bottom lane, but it looks like they're going to need a little bit more help. Single file up along the outside wall. Dave Hunt, right now the line leader. Andy Brigante second. Third is the 2 of Nate Warren, and then the hard charging front running 44 of Anthony English. Of our championship contenders, he has been up front the most, I would say. And we have seen impressive runs from the 88 of Gabe Butler from the back to the front. Dawson Wise, Kody Neagles, they've kind of been hanging out towards the mid to tail end of the field. So everyone operating under a different strategy as the 53 continues to log laps out and front. We've had 3 cautions in this championship 4 race. One of them was for our stage. All drivers out there are on the lead lap, but problems for the 916 of Robert Morrison. He's got the broadcast curse. After just talking to him, and now here he is, running by himself, not in the situation he would like to be in. Has lost the draft, and now is about 13.5 seconds behind the race lead. As our single file, beautiful line starting to break up, and now the 2 of Nate Warren uses that inside to take advantage. Takes over the top spot. He brings the 44 and the 40 with him. Sanchez in the 510 with some help from the 98 of Dawson Wise. Now has the race lead. Sanchez going to go top shelf with Dawson Wise. Boys, it's not the last lap. Feel like I gotta remind them every once in a while. I mean, good grief, they were all over the track as if they were trying to come to the checkered flag. As it settles down just a little bit, the 40 of Peter DeBorgia is our race leader, but now that's going to change just like that. Sebastian Marin takes over the top spot. Steve Karosik slides up to the high side with him. Sanchez now into third place. As the 40 of Peter DeBorgia. At one point had the race lead, now down below the yellow line. Lands in front of Eric Laurie in the 071. And Sebastian Marin, our stage winner, finds himself as the race leader. "25 laps to go." We're going to see these guys hit pit road here in the next probably 5 to 8 laps. It'll be close if they can make it on one more pit stop. I don't think that they can, but as soon as I say that, someone will. Bottom lane still being heavily disputed. Now the 12 of Zach Fritsch out in front on the bottom side. Sebastian Marin in the 23 continues to be our race leader. Now the 12 with some momentum might take over the top spot. And Zach Fritsch all the way up to the high side. Looked like maybe wasn't quite clear. Hit the 23. And the bumper sliding across just didn't quite work out to the 12's favor. And he goes from the race lead, getting shuffled back very quickly. As we start to get closer to putting 916 of Robert Morrison a lap down. Morrison now 40 seconds behind our race leaders, which means he's just about 8 seconds ahead of them. Sebastian Marin, Steve Karosik, and Dawson Wise, your top three. The 12 of Zach Fritsch settled in quickly after he made that move up in front of the 23. The caution flag is out. Peter DeBorgia and Lynn McNeese in trouble. Looks like maybe Gabe Butler getting a piece of this as well, or had to check up, one of the two. Butler for sure is involved. We have a championship contender involved in a situation here. Take a look and see what happened. Gabe Butler in the 88 just gets doored. Does it look like Lynn McNeese and Peter DeBorgia make contact and come spinning down into him? So some damage to the right side of this race car. David Booth in the 77 getting involved. I believe that's his second impact with the outside wall tonight. So as this field makes its way onto pit road, I think we're just on the outside of making it to the end of the race without another pit stop. Nate Warren in the 2 did not hit his pit stall. You can get the green flag with 17 laps to go. I think it's gonna be close. It's gonna be close. Let's see. I think everyone will probably come down again and top off their fuel tanks. Grossi look like he gonna stay out. Oh, he's coming in too. Dave Hunt in the 53 says, thank you very much. I'll take over the race lead. Gabe Butler, Peter DeBorgia, David Booth, Lynn McNeese, all working on the damaged race cars coming back down pit road. '88 into his pit box. So the 53 out there all by himself. Everyone going to quickly join him. I do want to thank you all for being here throughout this entire season number 11. Hard to believe it's been 24 races, and that this time it is coming to a close. Don't worry though, I think I'll be back next time. Haven't signed my contract yet. There's quite a few zeros missing on this contract, so the negotiations are getting very intense. David Booth in the 77 going to join Dave Hunt at the front of this field. The 77 only made that one pit stop. He did not come back down pit road. So too with Robert Morrison. So Morrison going to get to make his way forward. So the pace car is down away. Green flag going to come out with 17 laps to go, and with everyone who just topped off, they might be thinking that they are going to stretch this to the end. We'll see. Green flag is out. Here we go. The 53 and the 77 both get kind of slow starts. And Anthony English in the 44 stays to the back bumper of Dave Hunt. Nate Warren in the 2. Down on the inside line, starting to fall back compared to the outer lane. Lynn McNeese in the 84 just slides down to the middle. Gabe Butler in the 88 right there in the middle as well. English, our championship leader right now. And Kody Neagles, Dawson Wise, and Gabe Butler. That is how our championship 4 run. Anthony English has 16 laps left in this season. Maybe more. We go into green-white checkered attempts. He has really been the lone championship contender that has solidly stayed inside the top 5 for a majority of this race. We have seen Gabe Butler come from the back to the front a couple of times, but he was most recently caught up in his incident. And so the 88, a little bit of damage, now trying to work his way back forward. You can see the 6 and the 98, Kody Neagles and Dawson Wise, they're right there as well. And so what seems like for the first time in quite a while, all of our championship contenders are inside the top 10. They are starting to feel the pressure. They are starting to try and claw their way into a position to win this race. They don't have to win it, but you know, as soon as they don't start trying to win the race, someone else will, that they, you know, the other championship contenders will make that move, just like Gabe Butler did, and come away with a championship. As a caution flag is out, David Booth in the 77, Austin Green in the 87. Been a rough go for the 77 here tonight. Let's see what happened. Hard impact for David Booth. Peter DeBorgia in the 40, not taking a gentle ride either. So caution flag out. And the field coming down pit road, and it's for sure will get these guys to the end of the race without having to make another pit stop. Andy Regante, Kody Neagles, Anthony English, Sebastian Marin, Zach Fritsch, Dawson Wise, Steve Krosick all stay out. Lights should go out on the pace car this time by. And get the green flag with 9 laps to go. Our championship contenders right now, Kody Neagles, Anthony English, Dawson Wise, Gabe Butler in that order. Bubba Winningham chiming in. Good to see you, Bubba. Thank you very much for saying hello. So with 10 laps to go, one more time around since the lights are out, we'll let these guys loose. Peter DeBorgia back on pit road, trying to hammer out the damage. Everybody did get rolling, so no one has called it a quit yet. We started 19 cars. All 19 cars are still in this race and still on the lead lap. So on the front row, that is Andy Brigante in the 13 and the 6 of Kody Neagles. Anthony English and Sebastian Marin for row 2. Row 3, the 12 of Zach Fritz and the 98 of Gabe Butler. And row 4, Steve Karosik, or I'm sorry, the 98 of Dawson Wise. And row 4 is Steve Karosik and Gabe Butler. So our championship contenders are starting to creep to the front. Dawson Wise, Kody Neagles survived the championship rounds either with wins or championship 8. Kody Neagles pointed his way in. Dawson Wise picked up a win. But Gabe Butler and Anthony English are where they are on points alone. So they are survivors. They are bound and determined, though, to try and win this race and this championship. Here we go. Green flag is back out. We are back underway. And now we have 9 laps to go. Down the back stretch, Dawson Wise and Gabe Butler making moves, and now Gabe Butler is falling back just a little bit here. Neagles in the 6 has the 23 Sebastian Marin on his back bumper. And now Andy Brigante is pulling the 44 of English to the race lead. Up to the high side goes English. We have 8 laps to go. This is going to start getting much more difficult. The 6 of Kody Neagles up to the high side. He has the 44 of Anthony English behind him now. As the yellow flag comes out again. This one involving, I believe, Eric Laurie. Take a look here. Oh, Sanchez, Nate Warren. Eric Laurie was down in the grass when I saw him. Robert Morrison getting a piece of it as well. Is happening just behind the 88 of Gabe Butler. So another caution flag in the air. What is that? 5 or 6? I've lost count. I don't know these things. With that being said, though, I'm going to step away for a quick moment. No one going anywhere. Be right back to bring you the end of the race.
You wanted the best, you got him 4 abreast. Often imitated, never duplicated. The greatest show on dirt, the World of Outlaws.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for joining me here tonight. Hopefully you all are as tuned in and ready for these final few laps as I am, as we have got a championship battle that is starting to really heat up. Here we go. Green flag is out. Gonna have 4 laps to go in this Season 11 Championship 4 final race, final battle, final few laps. Kody Neagles in the 6th championship contender, the 44 of Anthony English championship contender. They both are leading their respective lines for the moment. The inside line falling back just a little bit. Dawson Wise in the 98, 3rd car on the outside. Here comes the 88 of Gabe Butler right up into the middle. Kody Neagles, who has had 5 wins on the season, looking like he might try and win this race. Trouble behind them. No caution yet. Andy Brigante hard into the inside wall. Yellow flag comes out. Eric Laurie spinning. Andy Brigante heavily damaged. And the pace car is out, and we go into our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Take a look here and see. We'll back this up just a little bit more. Trouble in the tri-oval. Brigante and Butler make contact, and man, does the 13 clobber both walls. Brigante's coming up, Butler's coming down. Let's go off the nose of Eric Laurie. So caution flag is out, and as I said, our first attempt at a green-white checkered. And for the drivers who pitted on lap 52, Kody Neagles, Sebastian Marin, Dawson Wise, Dave Hunt, I'm sorry, those 3. And then Zach Fritsch and Anthony English, Steve Karosik. This is not what they wanted to see. green, white checkered attempt as they try and stretch their fuel to the end of this thing. The 6 of Kody Neagles, the 98 of Dawson Wise, with the 44 of Anthony English. They're all on the same fuel strategy right here. Gabe Butler in the 88 pitted on lap 59, so he's good to go for fuel. All right, lights should go out on the pace car this time. We're going to use our first of 2 attempts at a green-white checkered to try and get this race done. So one more time around, we're going to let them loose. Kody Neagles in the 6, Sebastian Marin in the 23 on the front row for this restart. Dawson Wise, Dave Hunt, row 2. Gabe Butler, Zach Fritsch, row 3. And then row 4, Anthony English in the 44 and Nate Warren in the 2. Our championship contenders are the first 4 cars on the inside line. As the pace car pulls away, through the tri-oval as we get ready to take the green flag once again. Our first attempt at a green-white checkered. Here we go. Who's going to make the first move as our championship 4 are all on the inside? Gabe Butler sliding up to the outside lane. Contact with Dave Hunt. Gabe Butler, big time trouble. Oh, and the 40 is going to almost finish him off. The 88 keeps rolling. And we will go into a second attempt at a green-white checkered. Neagles, Wise, and English all hurting for fuel. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. It looked like the 88 and the 53 not quite agreeing on who should be where. I'd say that's a rare mistake, it looks like, out of the 88 of Butler. And this late in the race, that is not something he wanted to have. So caution flag is out once again. I'm not sure if the 88 has burned his fast repair or not. We're gonna find out, because that 88 took some hard hits there. Josh wants to know if there's 2 attempts, and there are, and this will be our second and final attempt at a green-white checkered. All right, so here we go. Kody Neagles was last on pit road 21 laps ago. Dawson Wise, Anthony English in the same boat. Field is stacked up once again. This time, our championship contenders are not in a nice, pretty line. Kody Neagles, Dawson Wise, side by side on the front row. Row 2 will be the 23 of Sebastian Marin and the 44 of Anthony English. And then Gabe Butler in the 88. I believe he did burn his fast repair. Topped off his fuel tank. Now, he's got more than enough fuel to get to the end of this thing. He's going to need some help to get to the front. Kody Neagles, Dawson Wise going to try and drag race each other to turn number 1, and Anthony English going to have to figure out how he's going to get by these two championship contenders. Keep in mind now, should the caution flag come out, that will do it before... If it comes out before we get to the white flag, that will do it. Race is over. Our champion will be decided. Should we get to the white flag, all bets are off. Everyone hold on to your hats, because it's going to be a wild one. So here we go. Neagles and Wise on the front row with Anthony English right there and Gabe Butler in the middle of the pack. Green flag is out. We are underway for the final time tonight. Neagles with a good jump in the 6. Sebastian Marin in the 23. Pushing the 6 up clear of the 98 and making the move to the high side. Championship contenders, the first 3 cars in the outside lane. Oh, and around goes Sanchez, and that is going to do it. Kody Neagles is going to win the championship. Yellow flag has come out, and the 6 was out in front when it happened. Just has to make it all the way around under his own power. Sebastian Marin in the 23. To the outside. None of that matters though. They're going to catch up to the pace car. Real quick, let's take a look and see what happened. Well, I have to go a little bit further back. There was a lot that happened there. We'll go back and check that out. But the 6 of Kody Neagles, with the fuel tank running dry, going to kick off OP Racing Super Speedway Series Championship Week with a championship final 50 feet, more like 500 yards. And Neagles wins the championship. Dawson Wise second, Anthony English third, and Gabe Butler in the 88 brings it home in fourth. And what a season this was. 24 races. And our race winner is our champion. His 6th win to go with the number 6 comes with the championship. As they celebrate the race win, a 2nd place, let's go ahead and go through the rest of our results for tonight's race. Kody Neagles wins, Dawson Wise 2nd, Sebastian Marin 3rd, Anthony English in 4th, but 3rd in the championship. Morrison rounding out the top 5, a 9-1-6 with a very solid run here tonight. Pancho Villa in the 14 is 6th, 7th goes to Steve Karosik. Ryan Decker 8th, 9th Nate Lauren, Gabe Butler rounding out your top 10 and ending up 4th in the championship. Lynn McNeese 11th, 12th goes to Dave Hunt, 13th Peter DeBorgia, Austin Green 14th, 15th David Booth, Eric Laurie 16th, 17th Richard Sanchez, Andy Brigante ending up in 18th spot, along with 19th going to the 12 of Zach Fritsch. So let's pull in our championship driver, the one who has won it all. He comes away with his 6th and final win of the season to make it a championship win. Kody Neagles.
Yes, sir. I'm doing pretty good. I wish, truthfully, that the finish, I wish we could have actually raced it out. The competitor in me, at least, wanted to see that raced out. If the caution comes out, obviously it's like, oh, I won. But I think any competitor, any true competitor, doesn't want to see a race like that in a championship decided because a yellow flag gets thrown.
Absolutely, I'd agree with you, but at the same time, you got to take them as they come. And that's your 6th win of the season. Kind of fitting that number 6 on the side of the car.
Yep. I couldn't have done it without my teammates, man. Like I seriously have to stop for a second, and like I'm soaking it in as we're doing the interview. But all of it is not possible. This entire week on what is coming potentially Saturday and Monday is not possible without Vicente Guerrero, Dawson Wise, Steven Karosik, Sebastian Marin, DJ Thomas, anyone that has ran with us and runs either the Dale Cup banner or the Limitless banner. Like, you guys at this point are family to me. We hang out, outside of the races. We're spending hours just bull crapping together and building friendships. And I can't be up here without them guys. So I don't take a second of it for granted. Them guys they're fantastic competitors, and they're even better teammates.
Well, this championship kicks off the OP Super Speedway Series leagues, and you are the only driver who has a shot at all 3 championships, and this was the first one. Are you going to be able to repeat on Saturday?
Oh, shoot. I'd like to think I can. It's a lot different format, though. I mean, we're going to be running the trucks at Daytona night. A lot of the field is quite a bit different. I'll have to see how the race goes mentality-wise. Like, am I going to be aggressive and run a more aggressive race than I did here? Because here I thought I kind of laid low till the end. And that was by design. Not necessarily what I want to do on Saturday. But again, I'll just take it a lap at a time and just put myself in a position to win when it counts. Just one race at a time, one lap at a time.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the championship. Any other shout outs, thank yous, final time here in season 11, anything you need to add?
I want to thank you for being a longtime member of OP, supporting the league, broadcasting the league, and everything you do. It really does mean a lot to me and the admins. Thank all the admins behind the scenes for the hard work that they do to make sure this league has went 11 seasons on Monday and Wednesday and 13 seasons on Saturday. I want to thank all of my teammates at Dale Cup and Limitless. You guys are fantastic competitors. Dawson, fantastic job this season, man. You deserve everything that I know this isn't 100% the finish that you wanted, but I think how we drew this up on paper was how it ended up working out. And on the last restart, we wanted to race each other, and the bottom just got a little bit better restart. But you have nothing to be upset about. Gabe and Anthony, you guys are fierce competitors, and it was a pleasure to be able to share the track with you guys tonight. And lastly, I want to thank my friends and family watching. I love you guys.
All right, there you have it. Our champion for season 11. That is the driver of the 6, Kody Neagles. Once again, man, congratulations.
God bless, KR.
All right, there you have it. Now let's move on to our driver who finished second in the championship. And that is none other than the 98. Dawson, congratulations on second place in the championship and second place in the race.
Man, I appreciate it, Kiara. That was fun. It was crazy. It was wild the whole night. Definitely put on a show. That's what we all deserved. We ran a great season on Wednesdays, so that's exactly what we wanted to happen. And we got to line up. I wish it had gone green. I mean, the competitor in me obviously wanted to be able to race my teammate for it right there. And I know the other two guys are going to be disappointed that one didn't go green, but. Yeah, I could not have asked for a better first season here on Wednesday nights. And a better experience, and on top of all that, my teammate won, and that's what we ultimately wanted. So, huge congrats to Kody, and I'm glad I could be the one to push him there.
Well, Dawson, your first time here in the playoffs on a Wednesday night in OP, and coming away with second place. What do we have to look forward to with you and the seasons that follow?
Well, first off, it was, a huge blessing to just be able to run a season. I mean, that was a great experience. It was a really cool learning experience for me. I felt like I grew a lot over the past 20 weeks or so. And again, I owe all that to my teammates. I run with the best group on the racetrack. They're awesome. We were awesome tonight. We were on point. We executed. And but after this kind of season, man, my expectations are higher. My confidence is higher. Definitely expect to be back around the playoffs, the Final Four, for multiple seasons to come. That's the goal. I think the plan right now is to go to Mondays next season and compete and try to move up a level, and maybe I'll stick around on Wednesdays too. We'll see how that goes, but it's going to be a lot more confidence. I know I can do it now. I got the first one off my back, and it's a huge learning experience. And so expect me to stick around for sure. That's the plan. You've not seen the last of me in the Final Four. I can promise you that right now.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on second place in the standings. Nice job last time here in season 11. Shout outs, thank yous. Anything you missed that you need to say?
Yeah, huge thank you to you, obviously in the booth, especially as we get done on Mondays next season. It's been a heck of a ride. It's been a lot of fun. I mean, really, I look forward to these 2 nights a week, getting to race, getting to be with my teammates, and then also getting to jump behind the microphone on Mondays. Man, it's like I said, it's been such a blessing. It really has, and I'm grateful. I'll continue to be grateful. Huge thanks to my teammates, man. I seriously could not have done any of this without them. Obviously, huge congrats to Kody. He's taught me so much of what I know, and weaned it off on me. And then tonight we had Seabass and Steve. It was good to have them in there. They were just in there having some fun with us, and that was a really cool experience. And then obviously we had Vince. Vince has been with us for a long time. I hate that he couldn't race with us tonight in the Final Four, but he was at least out on the track with us. And then we had Austin as well. And those guys are awesome, really. And hopefully we can keep it up. The momentum is good. Thanks to everybody for watching, man. And we wouldn't do it if there was no audience. So thanks to them, and then thanks to Gabe and Anthony also for just racing us clean. That's all we wanted to do. We just wanted to race each other clean. I felt like we did that. We raced each other hard, and that was a pretty good Final Four, in my opinion. So huge thanks, huge respect to those guys for racing us clean, and congrats to them on great seasons too.
All right, there you have it. Dawson Wise, second place in our championship standings. Once again, congratulations, man. Nice job. But now let's move on to our third place finisher in the standings, and that is the driver of the 44, Anthony English. You got your ears on, bud?
Yes, and you scared the living daylights out of me.
You're welcome.
What's happening, KR?
Oh, not a whole lot. Hey, I heard you finished third place in a championship battle.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a good run. Good run. I mean, needed some of those last cautions not to happen. Needed it to actually, finish green to have a good chance at it. But I'll tell you what, Kara, I gave it the best I could, as close as I've ever been. So yeah, I'm proud of myself.
Well, it was a heck of a race for you. That 44 was up front for a majority of it and doing a great job at letting letting all your other championship contenders know that you're going to have to be dealt with.
Yeah, I was trying. I mean, I definitely wasn't going to go down without a fight tonight. So my intention was just race hard all night. I was just going to stay up there as much as I could and, just hope I ended up having the right person with me or something, or ended up at the right place at the right time at the end to kind of monopolize on it. And just fell a little short, but just gives you a little bit more fire to do a little bit better next year. Or next season, I should say. Yeah, well, that'll go into next year. So yeah, next year.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on your third place finish in the championship tonight. Shout outs, thank yous for the final time here in season 11.
Oh, thank you, boss man. Big shout out to you. You and everything you do. You do awesome job every week in, week out with both leagues. Everybody at OP, everyone that puts on this stuff, that puts up with all our crap, all the admins and what they have to deal with, and all them, they put a lot into this all year long to keep us rolling and everything. And all the family, friends, and everybody that do watch our streams, we appreciate it. We thank you. We try to put on a show for you best we can. Some nights we do better, some nights we don't, but that's racing for you. And then my beautiful girlfriend who lets me do this almost as much as I like without trying to kill me or tear my head off, and live happily ever after and stuff, which is always a bonus. So looking at the bright side, just looking forward to next season. So just gotta do better, KR.
Just gotta do better. All right, man. Well, nice job once again. Congratulations on your third place finish in the championship. And yeah, just gotta do 2 more spots better next time.
2 more spots, yeah. One day, KR. One day.
One day. So,
that's me, Babe Ruth in it. One day.
Right. Once again, congratulations. Nice job.
Thank you.
All right, that is Anthony English, our third place finisher in the championship. And I do not see Gabe Butler anymore. I don't know if he had to go or not. I don't think he had I don't think he left in anger. I just don't think he could stick around anymore. So we can't talk to our 4th place finisher in the standings. So that is going to do it for season 11. Thank you very much for joining me here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. The championship season championship battle continues on this Saturday with Josh Medlock on the Turn 3 Racing Network. And then it will conclude, Josh Medlock on Max Speed TV. Good grief, Kara. And then it will conclude with me once again on Monday night on the Turn 3 Racing Network. So make sure you guys tune in for all of that racing action Saturday and Monday. So until then, stay safe and have a good night.